Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be the top 10 rarest Thomas wooden railway items. The subject that gets everyone... Oh, everyone loves to have an opinion about this one, and it's not a bad thing. Everyone's got their 2 cents to put in. It's a very subjective topic, but I mean, there are no right or wrong answers. I mean, there probably are with a few of them. Some people, I don't think they value them the right way, but nonetheless, I'm going to try and keep it to obviously items that are commercially available. I get it. There are prototypes that are probably technically like the rarest things that there's probably only one or two of. I don't think that's really what we're sort of going for here. I think that's very a lot of a different thing. I mean, you can't. I don't think you can classify that as technically an item. I mean, it is, but it wasn't really commercially available. I'd like to try and keep it to that. Okay. Another few things probably worth mentioning is that it really depends on your access to these items in any sort of market form, whether it's eBay or marketplace. I mean, those in America are gonna have a natural advantage over, say, people in Canada, the UK, or even here in Australia. It's sort of the way it is. It's just the accessibility. You can find more of these quite readily. I mean, there's a lot that over there that are considered rare. I've never found here, and I probably will never see one here. And obviously, getting them in America is the only way for me to grab them, but I've managed to do that. I'll give you a few examples. I guess there's the 1995 Knapford Express coach. It's got the red line through it. That was a UK and Canada release. Again, you're not going to find that in the States quite commonly compared to, say, something like Sam, Logan, and Dustin that were available in America in 2015. You're probably going to struggle to find them in the UK or even other parts of Canada, especially in Australia here. It sort of works in reverse, sort of vice versa. Yeah, and we'll try and keep this also, the list, try and keep it to just items, in particular sort of characters and maybe different versions of characters. I say that with a grain of salt because you probably could, like, there will be many that you could probably do just based on the different versions of some of the early releases. But I'm going to try and keep it as different and sort of varied as I can. All right, so let's get into this list. Let's start with number 10. I have Tiger Moth, the 2003 version, comes with a silver propeller. Yeah, this is a hard one to find. It occasionally appears, but it's pretty rare. Especially look at the right there, the box form of it. You're gonna struggle to find that. It's funny enough, I just said it actually, and probably I think it was about a day ago. There was about two for sale, and I think there's actually another one up for auction still on eBay. They will literally have been about the only that I've seen on eBay since probably the last 6 months or so. There's not a lot at all. Just a very rare train. All right, number 9. We've got Sad Face Henry. Here's another one. It's a very interesting item, Henry. Sorry about that. He came from the Come Out Henry set in 1997, I'd probably rather say, going into 1998. He's quite rare by most standards. You can probably find about two to four of them at any one given point on the market. Yeah. He's kind of been held up for a long time as rare, and it's just kind of pretty self-evident. He's deserving on the list. All right, number 8, the 1993 Knapford Express coach. That will be the second version of it. Yeah, I don't think I need to say a whole lot more about this one as well. It's the second version of the Knapford Express coach. We all know that these early 90 ones come with a certain level of rarity. They're very hard to find. You probably only find two to 4 or 5 of these on eBay at any given time. It's probably, they are very hard to find. I managed to find one. It's in quite good condition, I must say, and I'm very happy about that. Yeah, there's not. I mean, it gets hard to put a gauge on numbers for them produced. Uh, it wouldn't be many. It wouldn't be. I don't think they've made more than 5,000 of them. It would have to be something like that. Yeah, if I was just to have a rough guess. All right, number 8 that was. Number 7. Now this one is a very interesting one. This escapes many people's lists, and I think quite incorrectly. We have number 7. Lorry number 3. Yes, this one is immensely underrated. Immensely underrated. This guy, as we all know, was sold in the 2002 promotional pack. Featured himself, Boko, and Tiger Moth. Again, I believe it was another video I saw from someone who was showing one off that the estimates for this produced maybe 400 units of this made. And you couple that with how infrequently these appear on eBay or any other form of marketplaces. It is a very rare item to find. It's very rare. You can probably find the first 2 versions of Lorry, even like the Lorry 2 is not as rare as this, but still it comes with some sort of level of rarity. This guy is so valuable. I don't know how people always forget about this guy, but they do. Look at the cargo too. The cargo just might be one of the most lost pieces of item of any sort of Thomas Wooden Railway sort of pit. Yeah, you'll often find these. If you do see one, you'll see one without the cargo, which always makes it a fun journey trying to find one with a cargo. Again, it's not many listings at all. Yeah, it kind of speaks for itself. Debating whether to put him up a bit higher, but I think number 7 is just about right. All right, number 6. 1992 Knapford Express Coach, the dark grey version. One on the right with the no Knapford Express. It's got no text written there when it should have the Knapford Express, whereas the one on the left comes with the word Knapford Express. Not 100% sure we do. There are theories that this was actually a factory error or maybe just like a trial run. I don't think there was necessarily meant to be 2 distinct versions. I know a lot of people do think that, but either way, finding either one of them is in and of itself very hard. They appear very infrequently. Not a whole lot of accessibility out there to these ones. It's a fair bit if you ever want one of these. The people that have them, they've put them up. They've had them for a long time. It doesn't feel like the demand is there for them. Hey, it's rather odd. I mean, I guess the one on the right, I think people's complaint is that it just doesn't look very. It doesn't look very. I mean, put that in air quotes. Thomas Wooden Railway, like a Thomas Wooden Railway item. I mean, again, that's a preferential opinion. To me, they look fine. I do prefer the one on the left. I think that looks rather cool. It would have been awesome to see if they had kept that going for a while. Yeah, look, it's held up. It's held up as a rare item, and it's pretty deserving. All right, we're getting to the top 5 now. Number 5. Sorry, went the wrong way. Number 5. Thomas and Percy, speckled coal versions. Look closely at the back there. On the back there, the black paint, there's a speckled pattern there. These appear very, very, very little. Very little. I've got it on good authority from a lot of sellers over in the States that they've seen probably less than 12 of them over their lifetime of doing this on eBay. It's just it's a hard one to come by. Look, I couldn't even find a picture of Percy, to be honest. That's how bloody rare the thing must be. This guy in America, this picture of the one that he has, he's had it up for a while. It will command a pretty hefty price, but again, it's immensely rare. These ones, I don't feel like they're talked about enough. Another one similar to Troublesome Truck, the Whiteface Troublesome Truck. They've only had about 100 to 200 produced, sort of as a different version. Probably more released on 1993, more than say 1992. So I probably should make a little bit of correction there. It's a fun one. I'm going to definitely endeavor to try and get that one. I think I must have that one. It just looks so odd and so cool. Yeah. All right, number 4. Another one sort of from left field that sort of people I think tend to ignore. The metallic versions of these trains, in particular, Hero and James. Now, look, there were metallic versions sold in other characters. I think mainly Percy. I'm not sure if there was a metallic Thomas. I'm going to guess there probably was. But the Hero had about a 2 to 3 month run as part of a set in Japan. Part of the Conductor Figure 8 set. That only sold, like I said, for about 2 to 3 months. That train would be one of the rarest trains to find. I mean, I would say the fact that it was in the 2000s, I guess, is probably the fact that learning curves probably during sort of the height of its popularity. I mean, I would have think that they would have produced a fair few of them. But again, I guess they're sort of bundled away in Japan, sort of very specific, that they weren't sort of sold anywhere else. The James you see on the right there is also part of a DVD promotional pack. I forget it's Anytime James or something or other. I mean, let me know in the comments if you know what it is. But you see that one box, you could probably commands a price of $300-500 US dollars. It's a pretty rare, valuable one to find. They're definitely very different. Again, coming from the land of Japan, they're very obscure, and they're not easy to find. I mean, not a whole lot much more to say about that. Very deserving of number 4, I think. All right, getting number 3 now, and just all of you out there, get ready to just calm down for a second. I know, contrary to popular opinions, I mean, other people do have some different views out there. 3, white-faced troublesome truck. Okay, so we get it. I understand. This guy, he's been held up on a pedestal. He's one of the, you'd say he's one of the Mount Rushmore of, so to speak, of the Rarity and Thomas Wooden Railway. Look, these do appear quite often. I mean, one just went boxed in April or early May for about $500. I've seen a few more up since. One sold for $600. You'd get about 5, 6, 7, 8 listings of this in a year. Compared to number 1 and number 2, probably a quarter of that. This is why I've got this guy at number 3. It probably could be debated that the metallic version of Hero would probably appear less frequently of him, but I will keep him there because I guess he's pretty deserving of his status. They are bloody hard to find, don't get me wrong. Trying to find these. I thought I've come close a few times, only to be sort of 1992 troublesome trucks. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It's hard to find. Probably those in America will enjoy the greatest accessibility. And the other shipment went to England, was it? Which I'll put that for another video, like when I do a character review on the one that I have. It's quite interesting with England, how they don't appear all that often, even though they're meant to have been sent there. Yeah, well, I'll leave that for another time though. Look, here's the white-faced troublesome truck. He's going to be in the top 10, definitely. Just to me, he's not number 1. I hate to say, but feel free if you want to disagree with me in the comments. Number 2, another one from left field. The 1992 unpainted stack versions. You've got James and Percy. Yeah, I was probably only introduced to these about 6 months ago. Their rarity is they're so very obscure. These are very, very hard to find. I know there's a few available at the moment, but barring that, they're not consistently put up for sale. They're fucking hard to find. I'm going to tell you that. I think I'm in the process of getting James in an unpainted version. But stay tuned for that. I'll keep that close to my chest. The Percy is the same thing. I mean, they're sort of one and the same. They were produced as part of an early run for it when they were released. I don't think they must have been quite popular. They must have been pulled pretty quick because, I mean, when you look at it, it's a bloody odd thing just to have some unpainted stacks on the top there. I mean, why not just paint the whole thing? I don't know, but either way, they're my number 2. All right, so we come to now the number 1 rarest item in Thomas Wooden Railway. I'll give you a second. What do you think it is? I'm hoping some of you guessed right. Number 1 is 1992 Bill and Ben, the sticker or decal versions. Look closely at the train. You notice they come with decals to demonstrate the linings on their carriages. Yeah, these were produced much like the Whiteface Troublesome Truck in 1992, with a trial run of about 100 to 200. It's hard to know. I have it on authority that sort of people that have the people that sell these and buy, and just general enthusiasts, that these appear so very infrequently, like nearly never. They're so hard to find. And if you do see one, you do tend to find the ones that have the decals ripped off and they're just the plain yellow wood. I mean, that would give you indicator that it is a 1992 sticker version. But again, trying to find ones with the decals, it's so hard. So hard. Fun fact, those ones in the picture are the one that yours truly bought. Cost me $100 US. That is a steal. That is honestly a steal. I'm so grateful that I bought them. I'm so much more love having them than the Whiteface Troublesome Truck any day. Gun to my head, somebody wanted to take the Whiteface Troublesome Truck or the sticky Bill and Ben, I'd tell them to take my Whiteface Troublesome Truck. I have no reservations about that. Sorry, not sorry. These are such a, once you hold these and you can see these up in person, these are so nice. These are just the rarity of them, and you can just tell just that era of Thomas Wooden Railway where it was just so much, the simpleness of it all. It was just, it's like simple works. It really does. Yeah, there's not a whole much more to say about it, hey. I do believe Roy Wilson, the creator of Thomas Wooden Railway, he sold them in early March. I think I've gone through my sale history on eBay. He had them up for about $2.15 a piece, which is actually not bad considering he'd probably try and sell one of his Whiteface Troublesome Trucks box for about $800. That's a pretty reasonable offer. I wish I had bought them then, but either way, I've got these ones now, and I'm pretty bloody happy. All right, that was the number 1, Bill and Ben sticker version. Now I know there's a few that probably some of you traditionally view as being part of that top 10, and I'm not saying that they're not. Just to me, they're not deserving of that top tier status. I'll show you a few of those now. We'll probably go through a few of them. Got the top right, it's got the 1992 Toby with the sticker on it. He appears pretty infrequently. It's a bit of a rare one to find. I've got one, another seller out here. I'll give a shout out to Kublai1969. Go subscribe to his channel. I know he's got a few. The one in the middle, the white soda bay cargo ship. I mean, I think most people know about that now. That's the first year release of it, 92, going into 93. There's not a whole lot of these at all. Yeah, it's a nice item. I'm definitely endeavoring to get one. Just got to wait for the right time. Wait it out. The top right, yeah, I dare say he's a little bit overrated. I'm sorry, but he just is a little bit overrated. The Troublesome Brake Van, I've found 2 here in Australia, a 96 version, and I've actually found 2 96 versions. I just acquired a 94 version from the States, but I'll go to that in a later detail. I'll do a review of the Troublesome Brake Van. There's about, I just actually checked it today. There's about 6 or 7 listings of this on eBay. Look, it's not top tier level status of rare. No, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's a cool trade. Don't get me wrong. I actually love the look of it. I definitely want to endeavour to get one of those boxed. I'm actually keen to see if Roy Wilson has any. Maybe buy a signed version of him. But look, yeah, I don't have much more else to say about that really. Bottom left, Crosby Station Cargo Truck, another favourite of mine. He's cool. He's deserving of that. He's a rare item to find. I have not come across one in Australia. I don't know anyone else that has come across one in Australia. Hey, even people that I think have extensive collections, I'll go to show off mine, and they'll be like, "Oh, what's that one?" Yeah, it's not one that's too well known. Definitely not. The one next to it, Stop and Matt's yellow car. Again, yeah, it speaks for itself. It's early Thomas Wooden Railway item. You can find them pretty infrequently on eBay. There's probably about 3 or 4 at the moment, and to be fair, they don't command too high a price. You can probably pay from anywhere from $30 to $60. It's pretty good price. It's still a good time to try and get one of them if you definitely wanted one. Now, pan to the right just a little bit. There's interesting ones. We start to get into the 2016 last year release from the Fisher Price range. That is 2016 Bertram. Good luck finding one. Well, not that I should say good luck finding one. It's taken just a bit of a price increase. I do not know why. I can't fathom why it's considered rare, but I guess it was the last year. I got theories that the last year Fisher Price, they didn't make a whole lot of them. I guess it was sort of, we only made this many just to see. I mean, when they knew the line was going to be about to be discontinued, hence not a lot made. Again, you'll pay in excess of $60 for one of these. That's boxed. It's still pretty good, but it's very expensive. There'd have to be a few of these available on people's private collections still. More to that shelf life theory that I spoke about in another video. Yeah, I think you'll see it a bit more frequently in the next coming few years. There's a few more. Sam, from Sam and the Great Bell book pack. Yeah, here's another one. He's also commands quite a high price now. It's insane sort of how much he's worth now. Again, it was Sam, Dustin, and Logan. For some reason, though, Sam seems to be the one that no one can find. There's only about fucking 2 of them on eBay, so I really don't get it. I don't know why there's much more Logans and Dustins than Sam. It makes no sense, but is what it is. Next to it, the 4-wheel Mavis. I mean, yep, we all know about that one. It's obviously different to the 6-wheel. That's first year release. It kind of speaks for itself. Same to that on the right with the Terrence with the black wheels. First year release, 92. I mean, finding that with treads would be more impressive. I'm going to endeavour to find one with treads because I have one that just has the black wheels. Down the bottom corner, we've got Bert. I showed him off in a previous video. Love it. He's also owns about 2 to 4 of those listings at any one time. I'd say he's probably a bit rarer than Bertram if I was to throw it out there. It's a strange one, but it is what it is. One next to it, lorry number 2. Yeah, in Australia, I've found a few of these over my journey of buy, selling, and swapping. Always managed to sell it for a bit of a price because it's considered pretty rare. It's only because it was sold as part of the Sodor service station set, which ran from I want to say 2002 to 2004, I think, maybe 2005. Yeah, it was only a couple of years. Again, like the Lorry 3, you can find this, but finding one, well, actually the biggest problem is that it shares the same face design as Lorry 1, so you can be trolling through looking at items that you want to buy for someone. You see the face, you just don't know if it's Lorry 1 or Lorry 2, not unless the person puts in the pictures or the what am I trying to say? Get pictures of the train upside down so you can identify who it is at the bottom. Yeah. I mean, in and of itself is hard to find, and then let alone with the actual cargo piece. That's another thing that goes missing all the time. I'm pretty sure my son had one and he lost his cargo piece as well. I'm shitty about that, but either way, I still managed to sell the Lorry 2. And the other one on the further to the right is the lime green, considered maybe factory error. I want to say factory error. I know some people don't like the term factory error, but it's, yeah, the lime green factory error, a breakdown train. Same deal. This is probably it's a mistake, but they did make a fair few of them. Obviously, it looks like it's just the prime coating for it. Like they haven't put that final olive drab coating on it, and that's a pretty hard one to find as well. You do see it frequently from time to time, but it's probably only 1 to 2 listings at a time. Yeah, I'm debating whether to put that one up at number 10 instead of Tiger Moth. They to me they're about as infrequent as each other. Yeah. All right, look, that was my top 10 railway items list. Look out for another. I'm going to do another video based on sets, and I'll probably try and do one based on. We'll do destinations, maybe, and maybe accessory pieces as well. I like trying to consider some of these rare items. The accessory pieces is an interesting one because that could be so many things you're talking about there. Things that easily get lost. I mean, I've got a few things in mind that I consider the top 10 rarest, especially with sets. I mean, sets are another hard one as well because to be a complete set, it's in and of itself is hard to find up for sale. Yeah, they're just, what a wonderful world that it is, Thomas Wooden Railway. Honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way though. All right, guys. If you've seen this video for the first time, subscribe to my channel. I'm still growing in the early stages. Still a lot to learn. I'm not perfect. As always, if you agree or disagree with this list that I've made about the rarest items, feel free to comment below, and always up for a good debate/discussion. All right, we'll leave it there. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Be kind to one another, and peace out.